Hi everyone, it's Christine Pierce, the Goal Whisperer, and today I wanted to talk about making sure that you remember to set up your what ifs in a hypnotherapy session. And what am I talking about? Well, what ifs are the things that can happen and derail somebody's progress. They're going along just fine, and then boom, this wrench gets thrown in, your subconscious freaks out, and then reverts back to old behaviors, whatever's comfortable. So, I'll tell you a little story about a client. This client was starting to fall into a rut. I'm not going to say starting, it was deeply in a rut of not being able to get the motivation to clean her house. And things snowballed, and over time, her house became a disaster, basically. And she had no motivation to keep it clean. The living situation was her husband, her stepson, and her aging in-laws all lived with her, and she was really the only one that was taking care of the house. And without the help of her family, she found it. She found it very easy to just let things go. So she came to me for help, and during our setup call, we discussed a time in her life when she was on top of it and she was almost OCD. Like her house was beautiful, it was spotless. She came home from work. The first thing she did was clean, had supper, cleaned up after supper, all those things. So we went into that normal routine, but then we also threw in well, let's say you're going on with this new behavior and you're keeping your house spotless, but then you start to get these resentments because your family's not chipping in. What are you going to do then? And that is the key. That is the important thing, is to know what are going to be those triggers, what are going to be those things that will derail you and just set you all the way back to where you started. So since we built that in, I'm happy to report it's been months now, and all she ever tells me is how she just can't stop cleaning, how happy she is with how organized her house is, and that her family is actually chipping in. Maybe not to the extent she'd like, but she certainly is able to just keep on with the behavior no matter what. So, if this is something you'd be interested in, contact me for some hypnotherapy. And remember, someday never comes. So start working on your goals now.